Welcome back, folks. Today I can share exclusive rumors about two new lenses, and one is coming next week, the other one is coming September, and it's going to be amazing. We are talking about a new Panasonic 40mm 2.0 pancake lens that will be announced next week, April 21. And then in September we are getting a lens that no manufacturer ever dared to make before, a Sigma 65mm that is faster than 1.2, so a world's first. And I will also explain why I think this is actually a very usable focal length and aperture, and also speculate about what kind of aperture to expect. But before we kick off, the usual reminder to first of all like this video to have a YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss out the upcoming rumors. So let's kick off with the first news, because next week, April 21, Panasonic has a product announcement event, and apparently we are getting a new 40mm 2.0 pancake lens. That is a lens that is made basically for the Lumix S9. Finally, we are getting a fast prime pancake lens, something they should have done at the moment of the launch of the Panasonic S9, and I think they would have sold many more of those cameras. That's my opinion, but we're finally getting this lens. I don't have the images yet or other info, but I've been told it's really very compact. More compact than the TT Artisan 40mm 2.0 L-mount lens that was announced a couple of months ago. That is a nice lens, perfect for the Lumix S9, but this Panasonic should be more compact. I hope to get some additional info in the next hours. I'm in contact with a source. Probably I will get some info. If I get this info, I will share it on l-rumors.com, so check out the website where I share all the L-mount news. Now, also we should get a new special edition Lumix S9. The source didn't tell me anything more. We already got some special edition Lumix S9 before, like the titanium version and so forth, so I don't know what he meant with it. No idea. If you have some info about this, contact me using this email address and contact form. But this is all we should get. But keep in mind, there's also a new L-mount full-frame camera that is apparently going to be announced very soon, because the camera has been registered in Asia. I don't know if it's the S1H2 or a Cine L-mount camera, whatever, but there will be some more stuff. Particularly second half of the year, Panasonic will have pretty exciting stuff. But now let's talk about the big elephant in the room, which is the lens we never saw before. Sigma will announce a new 65mm lens in September, and according to the trusted source How to Fly, with whom I am in direct contact and usually is really spot on, this lens is faster than 1.2. It's an autofocus lens. He didn't write that it's a full-frame lens, but I assume that he meant it's a full-frame lens. But basically, 65mm faster than 1.2. Keep in mind that the fastest autofocus lens ever made, if I'm not mistaken, is the Canon 50mm 1.0 for the older EF mount system. There hasn't been a 0.95 autofocus, I think, yet. And so I'm interested to see if this lens will be 65mm 1.1, 65mm 1.0 matching the world's best autofocus 1.0 lens, or I don't think so. It will go, if it will go a step further and make a 65 0.95 autofocus, which would be quite a big headliner, but also quite a big lens. So I'm betting it's more like a 65 1.1, but if it's 1.0, I'm also very happy. But yeah, now why 65mm? As you know, the standard primes are that we see often at 35, 50, 85. Now I'm a shooter that lost 40mm and doesn't like much 35 and 50mm, just because I can be close to the subject but still have a bit more field of view, and I like that. That's a personal preference. And I also love the 65mm. As you know, Voigtlander makes some nice manual focus 65mm lenses. Are very sharp, and 65 basically is I prefer it over 85. 85 is the usual ideal portrait lens, but often it's very close with 65. You simply have more room. You're more flexible. You can go closer to have the portrait, but also have a bit more field of view if you want a more complex composition. So I think a 65mm lens is a lens that I will personally consider to buy, and let me know in the comment system what you think about this focal length. But in general, I'm happy that we are not getting like the 70-85mm lens that we have in the range. I don't know, we have currently probably 50-60 autofocus or manual focus 85mm lenses for the Sony E-mount system, for example. Of course, there's less in the L-mount system. Also, when it comes to 50mm lenses, we have enough of them, so I'm happy we are getting something in between, something that gives you a different look, a different option, a different aesthetic. So I'm happy that Sigma will do this lens. And I also like the fact that it's super fast, so it will give you that bokeh that you probably get from an 85 1.4, but with a 65mm lens, and with the flexibility of also taking other kind of shots and not just those tight portrait shots. So this lens, the 65mm 1.1 or 1.0 or 0.95, will be announced in September. There is no other info than this, so we don't know the pricing, how big it will be. It probably will be made for the Sony E and Leica L-mount system. And let me know now in the comment system what you kind of aperture you would love to get, and if it's a lens that you would consider to buy. Now, I hope that in the next weeks I will get some more additional info about the Sigma lens, but Sigma will also announce probably some more lenses before that, so we don't have to wait much more to get the next Sigma lens. There will be more Sigma lenses to come, so don't worry, but this 65 will definitely be one of the highlights. This is more or less all we know about the Panasonic and the Sigma lens. Panasonic announcement April 21, follow on l-rumors.com. And if I get some more info about the next Sony announcement, that will happen in May, so around mid-May we should get the Sony announcement. E7R6 with 67 megapixel sensor new body, the 100-400 GM definitely coming. I hope also 1628 2.0, that would be an astonishing lens. But definitely there's finally some exciting announcement coming, not only from Sony but also Nikon and Canon will have announcement, and Panasonic will have a big year, like I told you before. So Panasonic will make for sure many announcements, and of course then we will probably see also finally this Insta360 micro four thirds camera. So as you see, there's some quite interesting gear coming in the next month. So definitely subscribe to the channel. And again, if you have some info about any future camera lens announcement from any manufacturer, use this email address and contact form to contact me. Any info you found on the web or you hear from somebody is helpful to get me to a clear picture about what's coming next. That's it for today. See you very soon.